It's a pleasure to be here, first of all, and I'm very happy to see this wonderful audience today. And I must say, I'm lucky, right, to be coming here. Is it okay? I'm lucky here to be here in front of you, sharing my experience. And I must say I had the opportunity to be, first of all, spending a few years in the public sector, about 8 years. And then I moved to a multinational company, about 4 years there. I had the opportunity to work for a conglomerate, 14 years. And then I started my own company as an entrepreneur. And now I'm very happy where I am at MIUD. I'm passionate about what I'm doing, and I do my best to walk the talk and do whatever I love doing. So I am somebody who values honesty, and someone who would be willing to take challenges. And talking about challenges, this leads to my very first story. And that story relates a bit to my personal life and to my experience in a multinational sector. I used to travel a lot around in Africa, but when I was offered that opportunity to be working in Zambia for a period of 6 months, I was a bit hesitant, because at that time I had a 3-year-old daughter and I had a 1-year son. So can you imagine? Must not be easy. But I had always been a dedicated mother, and I was ambitious as well. Hopefully, like Indra Nooyi says, you can't do all. You need to have your support system. And my support system was my husband, who was there to encourage me to say, okay, that's a one-life opportunity. You need to go. So no worry about it. I'm going to manage, with the kids, so you can go. So after contemplation about that and thinking about my career, I say I have to let go. And I need to take that leap and move to work in Zambia for a period of 6 months. But then the other challenge that I had to face, criticism from family and some other friends as well. Why? Because they think that the wife, the mother, is the primary caregiver. So I should not take that opportunity. I should be there with my kids because they are small, right? And I had to face that. And I think it's a question of belief. It's the traditional way of doing things. It's a question of culture, right, which was quite challenging. But with the right support, my husband at the time and my mother, who was there to help me, so I took the challenge and I went there. So I must say that in the very first few weeks, it was not easy. But I had made up my mind that, okay, my kids were in good hands with my husband and my mother at the same time there. So gradually, with that peace of mind that I had, I could focus on my work and adapt to that environment and, of course, deliver up to other expectations of what was, in terms of my KPIs, etc. So, that story, that journey of my life made me stronger and made me think that, as a key learning, you need to dare to do things when you think you are right. And secondly, break any traditional belief if you think definitely those won't help you, but with the right support and communication, you can break that. And third, what happened, in effect, is that by sharing the parental responsibilities, this has given me, much more strength, and it has made my family a more fulfilling one. So that was really a great experience. And moving on to my second point, and this one, I would maybe that was an incident which I always remember, and that happened in my corporate life as well. So I was assigned a project, and I had to report that project, right, to the CEO of the company. And the job that I did at that time, I was amongst, the few ladies doing that job again. And, well, of course, you have to do your job, you are a responsible person, you need to deliver, etc. So when I went to discuss my final report with the CEO, what happened? The CEO of that said organization upped his tone and become a bit defensive. I think probably he wanted me to give in to his arguments. And at that time, so I realized that I cannot go on like this, right? So I asked him to please tone down, and then we will continue the meeting. And I knew I was right in my arguments, and I knew that I'm not going to budge on my decision. But he would not listen. So can you imagine the situation? You are there to discuss, and then the atmosphere, especially when, I think it was mainly because you are a lady, right, in front of somebody, and that made people think that you are in a disadvantaged position. So what I did, when he would not listen, so I picked up my stuff and I walked away, right, towards the door. Can you imagine that, when I did? It's just like the opposition leader leaving the parliament. So today I still visualize, I can still visualize that scene when I did that. So I paved my way towards the door, and the CEO came, right, grabbed my hand, stop. Let's go back and talk. It took me, that moment to think that it's important to demonstrate that you know what you are doing, to demonstrate, to show your confidence in what, you are doing in terms of your job. And from that day, I gained so much respect, and that CEO never spoke to me in an inconsiderate manner. So the key learning in all this, be yourself, demonstrate confidence, be strong, and work on your credibility, improve your credibility, and say what you need to say, right? Especially when you think you are right. So that incident, I can still, it is there, right? It will stay with me. But it has helped me a lot, right? It has changed the person that I am, it has made me the person that I am today. Which leads to my third story. And this would be the entrepreneurship journey that I took for quite some time, for 4 years. In fact, I'm the founder of a company, Smartry Consulting Limited. And when I was given the opportunity to be my own boss in that company, I was very happy about it. I said I would do this, I would do that, and all that I had in my mind was hope and faith. I can do something special. But gradually, when you started that journey, you realize that there are many more challenges, involved in that entrepreneurship journey. Because like Noah said, you have to do it all, starting from marketing to operations to HR. And everything fell on your journey. But most important, you have to develop a team that would help you, across that journey. But the good thing about it, right, though sometimes I was overwhelmed and I was questioning myself because I had lived in that corporate world for quite some time. That stability I was missing at time. And you question yourself, are you doing the right thing or not? But then the good thing that you had is that there was hope. There was determination, right, in all that you want to do. And I had focus on what, in terms of my vision, in terms of my strategy going forward with that company. Ultimately, that business started to gain traction, and we started to have some customers, and now currently it is in its growth stage. And as you can see, we've built up a team here, and the company is progressing effectively. So what I would say from this experience, I think this entrepreneurship experience has been the best thing that I have had, because it has helped you to learn so many things, ranging from leadership, marketing, HR, etc. And it has given you, the strength that you should be having to run a company. And I think you have to continue to persevere. That's the message and the advice that I would give you. And always don't lose hope, especially in tough times. Don't lose sight of your vision. So ultimately, right, am I on time, Marie? So ultimately, how this has helped me, all this experience, personal life experience, corporate, and even the entrepreneurship one, it has made me the person that I am today. Very confident, and especially daring to do things. I dare to do things, especially when I believe that this is the right thing to do. I would go for it. And of course, I've had the opportunity to adapt as well. I've learned how to adapt to different situations, right? Because I've had the opportunity to be in, corporate, entrepreneur, etc. So I've learned how to adapt. And this really has helped me to be a bold person. So I think that's what I wanted to share with you. It's a bit more the experience that I have lived personally, and I hope I have been able to inspire you with my stories. So that's about it.